Good evening. I have decided to take my head out of the 1980s and bring it to 2018, and I wanted to ask some questions, and I don't know who to ask them to, so why better to put a question than online and hope that someone out there knows the answer to it. Been watching a lot of videos recently on YouTube mainly about van life and the ins and outs of van life, and what's good about van life and what's bad about van life. Sat in a camper van as we speak, not one that I've built. Have built several over the last 18 years probably. Race trucks and campers and all sorts of things. Normally an old Ford, to be fair, because they're the cheapest, and Rockwell. You'd have to scrap them afterwards because there's nothing left. My reservations about van life as a cliche, as a movement, especially in England, is it's been done before. And like many movements that were a good idea, were trashed by Margaret Thatcher's hobnail boots. Nomadic people is nothing new. We were essentially all nomads to start with, and we've grown far too comfortable to living in homes and having more than we need, and abusing more than we need, taking more than we need. I like the idea of the van life movement. It's for my generation, a millennial, for want of a better term, only just one. And the new age traveller movement, you know, in the 70s stroke 80s, appeals to me. I read a lot about it, watched programmes that were made at the time about it, often very one-sided programmes because they were made by the BBC. And I think it's a real shame that failed. I think it's a wonderful way of having more of a community, which we don't really have in 2018. I don't think, even in my lifetime, how much has changed from when I was a child. And we did grow up in a fairly small village, but it was a fairly small village with good links with the A12 in Essex, as you can probably tell. And we didn't barely know our neighbours. To be fair, we knew most of the kids at the school. Mums, dads helped each other out and, you know, did things for each other. I come from a single parent family. My husband man done a bunk when I was little. So mum brought us up on her own. She had to work and work very, very hard for me and my sister and for herself, you know, to give us a decent life. But there were still people to help from the community. People to help. We don't seem to have that because we all live in our comfortable little box that we rarely venture out of. I say we. I'm not including myself in that. And a lot of other people in that, but the vast majority, I'd have said, like to live in a box and stay in that box. Well, I like to live in a box too. Only I like to live in a box with wheels because of the freedom that grants you, and the people you meet, and all of the things that are said on umpteen millions of these videos about van life. I don't like the plugged-in aspect of van life. Like, from what I understand, a lot of people, and this is going to sound very hypocritical because I appreciate what I'm doing right now, by vlogging and advertising and being seen with a product and all the rest of it, which I don't really fully understand how all that works, but I don't understand how that works with celebrities, so I still don't understand, you know. I don't think I've ever seen someone walk down the street in something and go, I must have one of those. But you could probably tell that from my lack of fashion sense. I want to know of someone doing van life in the UK who is managing to make it work. who is managing to find places to stay. And I'm sorry, I don't mean car parks or urban camping. If that's your thing, that's your thing. It's not my thing. I don't like towns, I don't like cities, never have done. I like to be in open spaces. I don't mind the cold. I want to be outside. I don't want to live in this van with my family, my wife, and I have a little girl who is nearly 7. But I do not want to live within the system anymore. And to attempt to describe what I mean by the system without dropping too many cliches, which is difficult, I basically mean capitalism. I don't like capitalism. It promotes greed and hatred and brings out the worst in people, because it revolves around money, and that's what money does. When religion's busy with something else rather than ruining humanity. But anyway, the capitalist aspect. I am a capitalist pig right now. I own my own business. We look after quarry equipment, concrete plants, and that sort of thing. And I earn money. And I earn money because I have to put a really, really expensive roof, because it doesn't matter where you buy property and of what size you buy property in this country. It is so overpriced, it's ridiculous, due to our lack of space. Or the fact that the government and estate agents and banks love to stick the price of houses up as much as they can and massage and manipulate the that market for the biggest gain, for the most money. And I want out. I am lucky, we are lucky, in that we don't have much of a mortgage left on the house that we're in, and that we are both, me and my wife, part owners in the business. So if we were to liquidate it tomorrow, we would walk away 50-50. And we're also not letting anyone else down, because we don't employ people. We do use subcontractors from time to time, but we pay them well, and they know that that's not guaranteed work. Same as work isn't guaranteed for me. I've been self-employed for years, or owned limited companies, and nothing's guaranteed. So advice, please. I don't want to. I'm not interested. This Vanlife thing, T4s, T5s. I'm sorry. From a petrolhead's point of view, if you own a Volkswagen Transporter, get a grip. All right. Pucker-looking vehicle. To look at them, beautiful. Real cute looking vehicle. Its plus points, very simple to work on, because there wasn't a lot to them. They were built for a market that had no money. But as for a portal with which to travel, appalling. Even the T5s, even the new stuff, I'm sorry, I've had Volkswagen work vans, no good. Modern vehicle is not the way I'd want to go anyway, because modern vehicles are far too expensive to run. I could strip an engine from stem to stern, but I can't work on a modern vehicle because I don't have the software to plug it in. So at the moment I'm sat in a 1972 Mercedes 508 with an old truck engine in it, and no sensors, no computer, no nothing. It's nuts and bolts and diesel, and works well, and has done 389,000 miles, and will do another 389,000 provided it's not run out of oil or water or something essential. So owning a little van doesn't interest me, not bothered. This is quite a big truck, which you can't see probably, obviously from sat there. That's to the front, obviously, and then I'm pretty much sat in the back. But it was a coach-built wagon in the 70s when it was Dutch. So I want to go out and I want to live in my motorhome, in my van. I can't pull up on a farm. Farmers don't like bikies, for want of a better term, and most farmers don't discriminate between this is someone who wants to rob from me and this is someone who doesn't. And in fairness, they don't know or wouldn't know me from Adam, so why should they trust me? I'll do pretty much anything for work to earn the money that I don't really want to earn. Although, this is the point. Oh, I'm going to run out of battery.